competitiveness is a gift from heaven. And I'm a 20-year-old who lives in a third world country. And when I look around, like I look into my surroundings, not many people are doing better than me. I run an online content agency, so I make decent amount of money, especially when you consider that I'm in a third world country. I don't go to university. I dropped out of university, and a lot of other factors. When you really factor them in, I can really say that I'm ahead of 90% of people my age, and people who are making more money than me, people who are better off than me in a traditional sense. Well, the way they're making money is making their lives miserable through a 9 to 5, or simply they are much older than me. So it's like a timeline disconnect. If I'm 20-year-old and they're 30-year-old, I'm like, okay, I have 10 years more to reach that point. Why am I so, riled up right now? But something changed recently. I found not one, but two guys who are actually my competition. And what I mean by my competition is guys who come from the same cloth as me. Like, then they weren't super rich growing up. They went through the same media, like same YouTube channels as me. They went through the same business education from YouTube as me. And now they're making a shitload more than me, obviously. And I would like to take this time to talk about healthy competition. Healthy competition is not something you have with your friends. Competition can't really be, competition cannot be cultured when you're talking with your friends. You can be inspired with your friends. You can be proud of your friends. You can aim to be like your friends. But competition is something else. Competition is actively trying to surpass them, actively trying to beat them. When you're not feeling like doing the work, when you're procrastinating doing the work, just thinking of your competition doing the work still is enough to kick you into the fifth gear. And healthy competition is where you're not trying to look for underhanded methods or praying for their downfall. Like these two guys I'm talking about, I'll explain more about what their business model is later. But you're not trying to trip them. You're not trying to make them fall. You're not trying to surpass them by any means, any way possible. What you're trying to do is surpassing them in their capabilities and abilities, being able to beat them at their best, not when they're down, not when you make them fall using underhanded methods, actually surpassing them off your own capability, That is what is healthy competition, basically. And the first guy I'm talking about is actually a couple years older than me, like 4 or 5 years older. He is my friend's cousin, like my childhood friend's cousin. He studied UI UX and started his own agency sometime after college. His college was during COVID, so we had no attendance criteria to meet, so he could just focus on that. And now I think he's doing around 10K per month, 10K USD per month, which is crazy because that's a lot more than I'm doing. What I'm doing on a good month, I'm making 1K per month. So he's doing 10K per month. And I knew this for a while and it didn't really, spark that fire inside me because, like I said, there's an age disconnect. Even though we come from the same cloth, I can use excuses like his college was during COVID, so he had more time, even though I also learned the skill I'm using to run the agency during college. 6 months of a college, like one semester I just did that, and by the next semester I already had a client and I could just skip college now, which I have been doing for the past 7 months. I haven't went to college. But that was not that big of a fire in the whole situation. However, that changed. There was this guy in my college, in my school, high school, the stereotypical loser or a nerd, whatever you want to say. I don't really mean to be demeaning. I'm just letting you know the type of archetype, the type of phenotype that guy fell into. And there is a very vivid memory. I always knew him during COVID as well when I was in 10th or 11th grade. But there is a very vivid memory I have of him. In 12th grade, he liked a girl, and on the farewell day, on the last day of school, he mustered up the courage to like pluck off a flower from the garden inside school and give it to that girl. And that girl obviously had rejected him before, and she had no real interest in him. And that girl was a friend of mine at the time. I called her to like switch seats and come to where I was sitting in the assembly area, and she came and sat next to me, and I just took that flower from her, and she didn't say no or whatever. And while watching the assembly, I was just plucking out that flower for like fidgeting reasons. And when I was doing this, that's when I saw his face, like the guy who gave her that flower, and then I took that flower and I just plucked it off across like 10 or 15 minutes, however long we were sitting there. I looked at his face and I saw an expression that was all too familiar to me. That expression was basically red pilling in fresh. Like the moment you get red pilled, the moment your constructs of the world shatter, your beliefs shatter, that's the face a man makes. And that was his face, because I've made that face before, like when I was starting my self-improvement journey. And fast forward a year into college, I saw his Instagram profile, and it had written like, it had client acquisition or something in the bio, and I didn't take it too seriously because he didn't have much posts like client acquisition or teaching client acquisition, whatever. But on 16th Feb, one of my mutual friends, one of the friends in my active circle, he sends over his profile again, and I'm looking at it, and now he has photos of him being at a pretty fucking expensive Airbnb, and they are doing a photo shoot, and there's that really expensive camera. And I just went into a rabbit hole of discovering like, what is this about? What is he doing? Where is he working at? And I found out he's working with a guy. He was actually working with him back in school as well. They're like a group of friends who are into online businesses, and they've been doing it together. Now, I was more of a solo operative on self-improvement and online business, but they seem to be like a whole group. And the leader, which I won't name because he's my competition and I can't let him know that he's my competition for now. He runs a client acquisition agency that does $50,000 per month in recurring revenue. And when I learned this, trust me when I say that was the fire in the hole. Like, that night I learned of this, I could not sleep. I was talking to my girlfriend, and after like I said good night or whatever, I laid in bed for like 5 minutes just thinking about him. I haven't even like thought of my girlfriend that much that it would keep me up at night. But I was thinking about him, like that guy, my competition, because he's my age. He's 20 years old. In fact, he's younger than me. And he runs this fucking $50,000 giant agency. He comes from the same cloth. It's not like he was super fucking rich. We've watched the same channels, like almost the same channels. We were in the same space. And I could really see my potential. Like I said, these guys are way better off than me. They are not really technically my competition, but they are the competition of what my potential is. I know. Back in 2023, I started affiliate marketing after high school because I didn't want to go to college, and I suffered some, revelations. I understood that this is not the business model for me. And what I did was I skipped all of the online business, all of the self-improvement, and I started boxing for 2 years, and then college started, and then I was focusing on college thanks to one of my best friends who actually watched these videos. He started his own SaaS product, and that inspired me to get back. Like I said, that was an inspiration, not a competition. Not once did I think that he is my competition and I have to surpass him. That was just inspiration. I was like, oh yeah, I also wanted to do something like that, and he's doing this, and I'm now inspired to start it myself, like start my own thing. But if I never started boxing back in 2023, if I kept at it, if I tried a different business model, put in daily reps, I know that my potential was to rival my senior who is at 10K per month, or the guy who is my same age and he's at 50K per month. And that just lit a fire inside me that I aim to, like, now I aim to surpass them. So what I will do is open up my journal right now. I have 4 big goals for the coming 6 months. The first one is 12% body fat. The second one is earning $5,000 per month. The third one is monastic dopamine detox. And the fourth one is 180 videos like the one you are watching. It's pretty much a personal brand. Doesn't mean I'm selling you anything or I'm trying to build a lead generation channel where leads come through. I'm just documenting my journey as a 20-year-old guy on self-improvement, and you are just here to witness it, I guess. Just something to see while eating your dinner or something. And what I'm going to do is listen carefully now. Out of these 4 goals, I will assign each of them to beating one of my one of the 2 guys I'm in competition with. For example, 12% body fat. The guy who is making 10K per month, he is way better off me. He's way better off when it comes to physique. And the guy who is making 50K per month, the guy who is my age, he isn't really focused on fitness. So I already mog him in fitness. And so this fitness goal is geared towards beating the 10K per month guy. Do you understand where I'm getting at? When I'm making 5K per month, I'm trying to beat the 50K per month guy because that is clearly the stronger competition. When I'm talking about monastic dopamine detox, I'm talking about beating the 10K per month guy because he is sleep schedule is messed up and he isn't really on a dopamine detox. Meanwhile, the 50K per month guy is he has a YouTube channel and I can actually see his schedule. He is doing way better than me on my schedule. And the fourth goal is 180 videos per month, which means of this personal brand. So whenever I'm making a piece of content, I'm beating the 10K per month guy because he doesn't really have a content presence. He doesn't have a social media presence. All his clients are through word of mouth and inbound through, proof of work. So out of these 4 goals, I can assign each goal a psychological edge. This is how you have a competitive edge. This is how you have a competitive edge over the men you are competing with. Assign each of your goals that you actually care about, that you're actively trying to accomplish, to beating one of these men that you are in actual competition with. So every time I'm eating high protein, I'm going to the gym and staying in a calorie deficit, I'm beating the guy who is making 50K per month in the realm of fitness. Whenever I'm making a personal brand content creation, whenever I'm making a video, I'm beating the guy who is making 10K per month because he does not have any social media presence. Like I said, he doesn't have a YouTube and Instagram where he's posting proof of work or just building an audience. Like, I'm not posting work as well. I'm not teaching you guys how to grow content. I'm just making content myself because that's what I want to fucking do, and it's there in my goal list. I don't need another reason for that. It is in my goal list. It's kind of fun. I'm connecting with you. I'm building an audience. That's it. It doesn't take too much of my time anyways. So figure out the goals you want to accomplish and then attribute it to beating your competition, like which of your competition are you beating? If I'm reaching 12% body fat, I'm beating the guy who is making 50K per month because he doesn't have time for the gym. And when I'm making a personal brand video, I'm beating out the guy who is making 10K per month because he doesn't have an inbound content audience. If you get what that means. And this is just what I wanted to talk about, like, as far as my having a competitive edge goes, because just having this psychological trigger inside your head, there is already an internal motivation to do your goals, and then you join in a strong external motivator as well, that by doing this one task, you are actively getting ahead of your competition. Your competition was already making $10,000 per month, who is already 10 times ahead of you. You are outpacing him. Even though you're not there yet, you start to let's say this is you and this is your competition. Your competition is moving like this. Even though you're behind, you're closing in the distance faster. You are closing in the distance. You're outpacing them. That is what competition is all about, especially when you're not at the same level. Accelerating your growth is a superpower, is the only way you're going to beat them. Do not rely on years or time that passes, because when that time passes, they also grow as well. So you need to focus on acceleration. You need to focus on outpacing them. And having these psychological triggers will help you do that, will help you surpass that competition. And I guess I'll keep you updated on how close I am to beating these two of my competition. I think, 25-year-old guy who is making 10K per month and has a really nice physique. Or the 20-year-old guy who is making 50K per month, but he doesn't really work out. I'm pretty much going to assign each of my goal to beating one of them and then just fulfill that. And I think, that's about it. My name is Rehan. I'm a 20-year-old guy on self-improvement. I made good progress in some areas of life while still struggle with others. So if you're someone who can relate, if you're a young man on self-improvement as well, you can stick around. I'm sure you will find videos that have value in your life. It's interesting seeing a fellow young man chase his competition, fix bottlenecks in business and grow. And this is just, like I said, a hobby channel. My main business is a content agency where I help people grow in the content space. If you're someone who is interested in that, make sure to contact me through the email in the description and we'll see if we're a good fit or not. And that's about it. See ya.